This is a perfect opportunity today to explain SI joint dysfunction because I hurt my SI joint today lifting something up, and it is an extreme pain. Can barely sit, can barely bend over, can barely stand up all the way. So we're going to go over the SI joint today in great detail. So where is the SI joint? If you look at my skeleton here, you got the sacrum right here, and that's at the end of the vertebrae. And then you have the pelvis on both sides of that. You got one half of the pelvis called an ilium, and then you got another ilium over here. And this SI joint is between the ilium and the sacrum, right there. So what oftentimes happens when we have SI dysfunction is the half of the ilium either slips upward or rotates forward. In most cases, sometimes it rotates backward, but I'd say by far the majority of the cases, it either rotates forward or upslips. In my case, mine is an unstable SI joint and it rotates forward. Now, how do you know whether to get it adjusted or not? In most cases, we go to a healthcare professional and adjust the SI joint backwards or down into place, and that can be a very effective treatment if it is not an unstable SI joint. If it's already unstable, why would you make it more unstable by doing an adjustment? If you think of an ankle sprain, we sprain an ankle, we wouldn't do a manipulation or an adjustment on an already sprained ankle because you're loosening, you're causing more unstable joint in the ankle if you're adjusting that after a sprain, and you're causing more chronic instability in your ankle. And it's the same thing that happens with an SI joint. I've been struggling with this for about 10 years, and at the beginning when that SI joint would come out, it was very effective manipulating it back into place, and my pain was good. But recently, over time, every time I would get that adjustment back into rotating back into place, my pain would get worse, especially the day after. And the day after that, it would get so much worse because we're actually spraining those ligaments around the SI joint. So today, we're going to start from ground zero and explain how to treat an unstable SI joint. Now, if you hurt your SI joint for the very first time, you step off of a curb and it jolts out of place, yes, go get it adjusted, go get it manipulated from a healthcare professional, get it put back in place. But if this is a reoccurring issue for you, I would suggest that you do not go and get it adjusted because you could be making this joint more unstable. Okay, so today we are going to go through a treatment session for myself and explain how I can get my SI joint in place using my muscles and not causing more instability by doing a quick high velocity adjustment for this joint, making it worse when I get these adjustments. So I'm going to put my skeleton guy to the side, and if you can see, I'm having a hard time standing up, and you can see how much pain I have when I bend forward right there. That's about all I can go, and I'm going to bend backwards right there. Oh yeah, so a very sharp pain right on the PSIS, this little bone right here. That is the indication of SI pain, right on the back, one side of back pain, right on that bony protuberance. Okay, so 3 things you need to do what's called a muscle energy technique to put your SI joint into place. You need a strap that is not stretchable, a ball, and some sort of stick or broomstick. We're going to use the stick first. Okay, I'm gonna get up on this table. Okay, so what you do here with this muscle energy technique is the side that is painful, which is my left, you're going to put the stick underneath that leg, okay? Because the majority of the time, that pelvis is rotated forward, so we are trying to rotate it backwards into place, okay? So I lift up both knees, and then this knee is pushing this way, this knee is pushing that way, and I'm basically trying to break the broom. Okay, ready, and okay, and I do it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. Okay, and I'm gonna do 3 to 5 repetitions of this. All right, I'm gonna be done with the stick, and now I'm gonna go to the ball. I'm gonna put the ball in between my knees, and I'm gonna squeeze the ball as hard as I can for 5 seconds while I do a bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Okay? Now, I'm going to get that strap. My back is already feeling quite a bit better. Okay. About shoulder width apart. And I'm going to be pushing out Same thing with the bridge. For 5-second holds. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna go through my movements. It's still tender, but let's see if I can move better. Okay, I can flex forward much better. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Still tender because it was out of place, and things do need to tighten up and relax after being out of place. But I can have much more mobility after using my muscles to move the pelvis into place rather than a quick high velocity adjustment that strains the ligaments and makes more instability. Okay, that's it. That is SI joint treatment using your muscles to fix your out of place SI joint.